hear you. Like you sound so far away or so quiet.
Yeah, you're
Is this
super
better?
quiet. No.
Fuck. Where the fuck is the microphone on this shitty fucking laptop? Brilliant. All right.
Gonna be one of those nights.
God, I hope not. It's been one of those days already.
Sigh.
Over here? Yay, nay.
Nay.
No, 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 no,
Nope.
no. Where the fuck is this microphone? I don't know. Maybe it's just really bad.
We will get this. We will find out what the hell this is working with.
Better?
Oh, yeah!
Okay, I found the microphone. It's right next to my webcam.
Hooray!
You're still
Now I
a
can
bit quiet.
even more
That's
of a
better.
problem.
You're a bit quiet, but definitely not as quiet as you were before.
Okay, where can I find this plus 20 dB boost?
Are you on Windows 10?
Yes.
One sec.
Hooray, tech support.
I am not sure how to find it on 10, so that's why I need to figure that out.
I have 10. I might be able to look into that too. Okay, so...
Okay, if you hit the Windows key and type sound, and then you should get sound with the subtext to control panel. It should take you to the old style sound thing, and then click on the recording tab.
Mhm.
And then
Fine.
right click on your device.
Ah. Ah, mine
Levels.
goes up to 30 apparently. Is that better?
Not noticeably.
Apply the changes?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Huh.
crank the levels and see if there's a dB boost listed anywhere.
Yep, microphone boost plus 30 dB.
Huh.
Also check your mic level inside Discord.
Mic level inside Discord is
Oh.
at max.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Hey! That was better. Wherever you were when you did that was fine.
Yep.
Hooray!
What'd you do?
There is both a microphone level and a microphone boost.
Aha.
And I maxed out both of them.
Yeah, that'll
And
do
so
it.
that's just where we're at with this right now.
This is going to be interesting. Just please
Yep.
don't scream.
I wasn't planning on screaming at any point this session.
I don't know, it's our group, you might want to.
That's what they all say.
I haven't screamed at you guys yet. Keyword being yet.
Yet.
Have you wanted to, though?
You really wanted to.
Surprisingly, not really.
We need to up our game, everybody.
Yeah, that's probably close enough.
Right.
Sure. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Alrighty, so everybody's doing good. Everybody can hear me now. We are Gucci and such.
Yep.
Fucking sweet. Alright. So, welcome back. Yeah, I'm excited. We're starting something new. It's gonna be great. This gonna be good, as the kids say. Alrighty. So, does everybody want to introduce themselves again real quick, just so we can have a refresher from last week, from 2 weeks ago?
Sure.
Yeah.
So Sadok is essentially a wandering priest slash pilgrim slash whatever. Mechanically going to be mostly ranger though. And yeah, just serving as the ship's medic slash doctor, I guess, for now.
All right. Cool.
Zigoroy, the cursed pirate bard. Went with half elf because +2 charisma is better than any of the feats I could find.
Fair enough.
But other than that, yeah, cursed pirate bard. I added a level of hexblade, so he has some actual cursey stuff.
Right. Please tell me you're thinking like Pirates of the Caribbean for this, right?
That's a
Because
factor. That's one of the influences. It's not the sole influence.
That is absolutely what I'm picturing.
They're
whenever
more
you
like
talk about
guidelines.
I don't know if you've ever played the Shantae series. That's another major influence.
I did
Nice.
not. I will be sure to look that up though.
So your risky boots then?
Pretty much.
All right, Cristona.
And then Chrysona, the kind of creepy resident spore druid, half drow. I guess in this particular case she would be the survivalist navigator of this particular expedition. Very gish, so she will be up in peaceable spaces.
All right. And then we have one final member who we haven't met yet. Chris, tell us about Bauer.
Bauer's going through is a somewhat middle-aged human fighter, and he may or may not be suffering a bit from a midlife crisis.
Like you do.
Wonderful.
Some people buy a Lamborghini, other people become a pirate. Privateer.
Privateer, adventurer, explorer type.
I mean, if there were Lambos in this world, he probably would have bought one.
All
That's
right.
fair.
Awesome. I love it. All right. Do you have any particular preference for? Actually, I will give you a MacGuffin too. I have one in mind. So I have MacGuffins for the rest of you as well, which I'm henceforth going to refer to as trinkets because it feels really odd using MacGuffins to refer to my own work. All right. So Jeff, your thing is, Diggeroy. Your thing is no longer a piece of black iron because I had a better idea than I did in the last 2 weeks than I did in 10 minutes last session when I thought that up. You now have a piece of jet black, smooth and shiny obsidian mounted at the end of a key shaft. It has an irregular, blocky pattern at the end of it, polished to a shine, and it occasionally sparkles when there's no light on it. It is clearly magical under examination. And I have ones for the rest of you as well. For Sadok, I have a tuning fork that when struck produces a perfect chord instead of a single note. It is the same chord that is a central part of ceremonies to Atula and Gamir. So the two main gods of Yualia.
Okay.
For Flint, I have a drow crossbow bolt, but the shaft of it is partly eaten away by a familiar rot.
Nice.
And for Chris, I have a model of a city in a bottle. There is no obvious movement within the city, but it is, again, obviously magical. The bottle is also definitely not glass. It resists any attempts to break it. It's a very detailed model of a city, too. So not all of these will be useful immediately, but they will all be useful. I promise.
Neat.
Alrighty. So last session as well, you briefly met a lovely professor at the University of Aventine, and he gave you pointers to a fortress on an island called the Visharad, which he says that you guys have some way of opening. He wants you to go in, investigate it, and see what kind of things you can find in it, basically. He wants you to loot and plunder the damn place.
As we do.
As privateers do. In payment, he's offered each of you 200 gold, I believe was the agreed amount, and pointed the way towards a passing ship that your crew can pick up on at their leisure, basically. So, you guys accepted and are heading to the Visharad. So,
While they were still on land, Christona's gonna pick up some stones for one of her spells and just gotta keep it in a pouch.
what's the spell? Is it
Magic
rock
stone
or something?
Yeah.
Magic stone. There we go. It's been a while since I've seen anybody take that. Yes, thank you, whoever put the diamond around Visharad. All right. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Actually, 1 second. I forgot what I named your ship. Right. Your ship is the Swashbuckling Parrot, or just the Parrot for short. The captain's name is Captain Gage. His first mate is named Dart. All right. So, you guys are sailing into Visharad on the Parrot. It is an enormous island, high cliffs, and atop those high white stone cliffs, you see a castle with a waterfall flowing off the cliffs towards you guys from it. Captain Gage turns to the four of you. Well, this looks like where the crazy man told us to let you off. You sure you want to do this? You can always come with us, pick up that ship that he told us about.
Tempting. But I think I want to know what's here.
Besides, one can hardly go back on one's promises.
True enough.
We did agree.
All right. Well, we'll pull in closer to shore, let you off with a little rowboat. We'll be back in, say, 3 days.
Very well.
Gonna go catch that boat, and then we'll be back to pick you all up. Safe travels, mind you. Someone not right about this place. Tried to get in here once, but never could. Anyhow, rowboat
Thank
for
you
you all.
for the warning. She's gonna kind of
No
like
problem.
give like a sailor salute that she'd seen, but it's very like messed up because she's not quite trying to do it yet. Or doesn't quite understand it.
Lass, you stick to just saying thank you. All right. We'll work on your saluting later.
Very well.
All right. Safe travels. Remember, back here in 3 days. If you fall behind, you'll be left behind.
Everyone in the boat.
Yep.
All right. Captain Gage has let you off fairly close to the Visharad, next to what looks to be the only path up the cliffs toward the castle. As you continue, as you head up towards the cliffs and pass through it. What am I saying? Words are hard right now. As you head over to the path of the cliffs and climb up, you eventually make your way towards the castle and spot it ahead of you. It's made primarily out of the same white-gray stone that it composes most of the island. Several towers are around it, each with a mounted trebuchet and a couple of ballista, and the gate faces towards you. The drawbridge is down, allowing you to approach across the river that serves as a moat, but the gate is locked. It's decorated with a large circle that has what looks like a rectangle sitting in the middle of it.
Rectangular what?
What looks like a rectangular hole with some irregular indentations in it.
All right, so it's a gate, right? We can see through it.
Not
Like a portcullis
like
thing?
a. Sorry.
Like a portcullis?
Oh god,
No.
poor Cullis. Oh, sorry.
No, solid actual gate.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna listen at the door before I do anything else.
You hear? I won't make you roll. You hear nothing from beyond it. An occasional rustle of a bit of wind passing by or a bird, but
Okay. I'm gonna try the key I was given. The obsidian on it.
it fits perfectly into the hole. It takes a bit of jiggling to find the right position for everything, but it fits perfectly into the hole.
Everybody ready? Unlock the door.
After you.
All right. So the door creaks open and opens to the interior of the castle. Several parts, the entire part of the castle to the right hand of you seems mostly in ruins. It looks as if there's a bit of a rock slide that came down and wrecked it. However, a lot of the rest of the castle is in surprisingly good repair. There's a keep ahead of you. There are several smaller houses, what looks like a large church, a barracks, a stable, and of course several towers mounted along the walls for you guys to look into.
I'm gonna try and retrieve the key from the door.
It slides back out.
Okay.
Well, any plans on where to start?
Stables are closest.
Fair enough.
All right. So you head towards the stables. As you're coming towards the door, you hear a very loud hissing from within.
Seem like an animal hiss or just some kind of mechanical thing?
Sounds like an animal hiss.
Do we recognize the kind of animal?
Well, nature. Oh shit. We have people who actually have intelligence in this party. What a novel fucking concept.
Not much, but
Positive. Because I'm just trained. That's the only reason I have a positive mark.
Right. All right. So Christona and Sadok, you recognize it as sounding like a guard drake.
we'll let the group know. Sorry, background noise.
Got a hairdryer going there?
Yeah.
It's one hell of a Drake sound.
Right? you're now the Drake.
How
Yeah.
dangerous are guard drakes? I asked the other.
Well, they are meant to guard.
They're they're a reasonable encounter for you guys. They're reasonably dangerous to you guys. Sorry. About as dangerous as a hippogriff.
I mean, are you expecting to find anything of value in the stables?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there any way we can look in without, like, a window or something?
Sure. There are some stalls that don't go where the doors don't go all the way to the top.
Okay. Move away from the hissing noise before peeking in.
Okay. It fades slightly as you move away from the door, but it picks up as you move towards the stall doors again.
Is it coming from the same place?
Different place.
Perhaps it's best to let sleeping drakes lie for the moment. We can always
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
Unnecessary encounter.
Next building looks like a... Yeah, let's move on to the next building.
Yep.
Right.
Which I think is
What?
just a house.
It's a barracks.
Barracks.
Yes. What question? What time of day would you guys be making your approach?
Morning, if possible.
Morning.
Yeah, we got
All
two
right.
people who are humans.
Right.
Let's you generally find less active undead during the day. So we can, not have to deal with them right away.
Why would you assume that there are undead here?
Why would I assume there aren't?
Fair enough.
Always.
Strange location.
That Drake
probably
undead.
some undead.
Yes, tiny Draco liches. That is what I am throwing at you in our first session. Anyhow. So you head up to the pseudo Draco lich. Yes, even better. You head over to the barracks. It is a large stone house, a few windows that looks like they used to have glass, but they've shattered out a long time ago. Big pair of double doors in front of it.
Can I see inside? Are the doors closed or open?
Doors are closed.
Okay. Listen at the doors again.
Make a perception check. You don't hear anything within.
Okay. Try the door.
The door is in fact locked.
Does the key just fit everywhere?
Yeah, is there a keyhole?
It's a much smaller keyhole, much more standard keyhole this time.
Have we checked under the mat?
The mat has rotten away. There is very obviously no key under it. Under what remains, anyway.
Kristona prefers this rot. Pats it.
Does it look like we could climb in a window?
Sure. There's nothing all much in the windows.
All right, go around. Peek in one of the windows.
One of the ground floor ones, I guess.
Yeah.
You see, a room, bed, desk, free of rot within.
Okay. I will scramble in the window.
All right. You successfully scramble through the ground floor window.
Sneaking after him.
You are now within the room and within the barracks.
Okay, I'm gonna go open the front door.
All right. So you head out of the room you've scrambled into, back around. You find the lock for the front door without a problem. Make me a perception check.
Can I assist with that?
Sure. Everybody, perception checks all around, everybody.
It's probably a good idea. There you go.
All right, Sadok's got you guys. Sadok, you hear footsteps that are not Diggerwise.
So, I mean, I guess I would be outside the front door waiting for...
You would.
Okay.
You hear
so
footsteps from upstairs in the house, in the barracks.
Just start doing the secret parrot noise.
What?
Like there's danger, parrot. Caw!
I'll pull
The
out
meta
my
pigeon.
crossbow.
The meta parrot.
And,
Sorry, Sadok, what?
I'm just gonna pull out my crossbow and try to keep an ear out for the footsteps. As long as they stay upstairs, no reason to make too much of a fuss.
All right. So Diggeroy, you open up the doors. It's like a standard lock, without any problems. You all can enter in, and Sadok, you continue to hear them, and it sounds like they're coming down a set of stairs.
Okay. Before anybody can say anything, when we open the door, I'll motion for quiet and try to point towards the footsteps and my ear and get other people to start paying attention.
Okay. So footsteps seem to be coming downstairs in the back end of the house. You're moving toward it. Do you want to confront it, or are you just looking towards it?
Just gonna want like point to themselves and be like scout, make a scout motion.
What does a scout motion look like?
The kind of thing, just like the walk fingers and
What's your stealth?
+2.
Okay, let me go ahead and scout then. Yeah, I'll try to sneak forward and see if I can either hear or see something to have a better idea of what's coming.
All right. Make a stealth check.
Well,
They rolled not bad. All right. So there is a fellow in a tunic and pants who comes down the stairs. He's talking to someone behind him. Man, it was good work yesterday. I hope we get to. Hope it doesn't. Hope it goes the same today. You feel me? The other guy behind him says, "Yeah, I feel it. Wait, who's that? Who the hell are you?" Why are you in our barracks? Why are you in this fortress? How did you get here?
So, alright, first off, what did we know about this place coming in? Was it supposed to be abandoned?
Yes.
Huh.
The professor did mention something about there might have been some sort of cult that moved in.
Ah, yes. Cult.
I see.
These tunics look culty.
Yeah, do they look like cultists?
They just look like ordinary people.
That's how they get you.
That was basically the whole Disciples plan last campaign, so yes.
Like,
Okay,
what's his barracks called? Crossroads?
I'll keep my crossbow behind me. And just sort of like, oh, hi. Making sure that I'm saying this loud enough for the party behind me to hear me. I think I may be lost. I'm here as a new initiate. Somebody told me where to go, but I can't seem to find my way around here.
You question. Are you wearing any Blessed Hands insignia openly?
No, but I would obviously be wearing like clerics, like a cleric-ish coat.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, no open insignia.
Where the hell's your escort? You Nobody's supposed to be around without an escort.
An escort?
Who brought
Yeah, I
you
don't-
here?
Speak over the corner, get ready to, like, pounce these people.
Yeah, they start moving towards you, hands reaching behind them to grab knives.
Yeah, the moment they start going to attack and try to rush them.
Yeah, hell with it. It was a boring conversation anyway.
Alright,
Ain't no one got time for this.
fair enough. Here. We're not going to battle out this, but everybody please roll initiative for me.
Ugh.
Wow. They're rolling pretty well. All right. So these two random dudes are coming towards you. They've both just drawn daggers, and they look very suspicious of you, Sadok. What do?
I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot them twice. Seems like a good plan.
Fair enough. There's one on the left and one on the right. Which do you want to shoot them?
Just whichever one's closer to me.
Why are you rolling with advantage?
Because I'm a ranger, or a revised ranger.
Right.
I also get advantage on initiative.
Right. Okay.
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. All right. Yeah. So one to each, or
Just both of them in the closest guy.
all right, both of them at the closest. So the guy on the left. So you put two crossbow bolts into the guy on the left, and he goes straight down. What the fuck's going on? He says as he dies. His buddy on the right looks at his dead buddy, looks back at you, just charges forward. Who the fuck are you? And he's going to try and attack you with his knife.
Okay. I would have also on my turn backed away as far as I can while keeping them in view.
Gotcha.
That'll hit.
Will hit. All right. All right. He hits you twice with his knife then.
Jesus.
Take 9 damage from that.
Ow.
Killed my best fucking friend. Diggeroy, you're up.
Yeah. I will draw out my big choppy sword, step up, and try and take this guy out.
All right, go for it.
God damn.
All right. You sure fucking kill him. How do you want to kill him?
But just take his head off.
All right, you take his head clean off.
Christian is just ready to pounce on these things, and then just suddenly it's all over immediately. Kind of like tilts her head. Like,
Things just align perfectly for you in that one moment, and suddenly his head is tumbling to the ground.
Yank my sword out of the door frame.
Christian is gonna poke it with the end of her staff, like the head, and like frown. Cultists are very loud.
Yeah, I want to take a quick search of their bodies to see if we can find anything out about the cult from them. Like any symbols or anything.
No symbols on them. A couple of daggers, like 5 silver pieces. No symbols on them. A couple of daggers. Yep. So you can go relock the door. You do hear, after they're screaming, a few more pairs of feet rousing upstairs and moving about.
Right.
Place to hide?
If you can find one.
I mean,
Yeah, is there any place to like duck into, like in the shadows here?
There are a couple of rooms on the ground floor that seem to be unoccupied. Like the one that Diggeroy crawled through to get in the first place. You can try and hide in those.
Maybe do that, ambush them when they come down. Because it won't be long.
Yeah. Decide. Shall you run or shall you ambush? Or shall you straight up fight?
I like
Or shall
ambush.
you do neither of those and bamboozle the fuck out of me?
We're gonna dance at them.
Ambush, yeah.
definitely thinking ambush.
2 in each, 2 in 2 rooms.
Sure.
Okay.
Who's the tankiest?
Might be me.
Yeah, I'm not sure you guys really have a tank.
I mean, my AC is only 15, but
So is mine.
Probably
strong
me, then.
melee options, and I have decent hit points.
You might have a little bit
Well,
more
I have,
hit
like-
points than I do, but same AC.
I have an 18.
I'll go with Bauer.
Hey.
There you go.
You're gonna go with Bauer?
Stab in the eye.
Reasonable enough.
I'm gonna cast that as I hide.
All right.
Gonna prep a shillelagh.
I assume you casted this before around your party members, like on the ship or some such.
Possibly.
All right.
At least in the sense of you've seen me do magic, so.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. So, will the people in each room please roll me stealth checks? Group check for each room.
Should no longer have advantage, but it doesn't matter because the 12 was first.
Yep. You're also in a room with the guy who rolled a 3.
It's fine.
Or wait,
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
you rolled twice, but both of those are at disadvantage.
Oh, that's weird.
Why the hell did it do that? I mean, I should be at disadvantage, but I don't understand why it rolled twice.
Yeah.
They changed
So,
some stuff to get rid of roll twice to make it work with certain features, certain new features, which is why it's roll twice legacy. So maybe that's what's going on. I'm stumbling up.
Maybe. Yeah, so you have a 7.
And it doesn't matter.
Best laid plans of mice and men.
The best laid plans are often fucked by good perception checks.
That's a better. That's a better way to phrase that, really. Words to live by.
Yeah. So they run down the stairs, and immediately, there are 3 of them, and they say, "Oh yeah, they fucking went into the rooms. They don't think we heard them. They're trying to ambush us." Two of them head towards Sadok and Power, and the other one heads down towards Cristona and Digoroy.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep the same initiative order, I guess. I'll re-roll for the randoms.
Well, this is a great party. Nice knowing you guys.
I mean,
It's their initiative order.
effectively doesn't really change anything, right?
Oh, it doesn't.
I mean, I guess it's better on initiative than on an attack.
Like, I just figured I'd re-roll to see if they got, like, lower or something. But no, they got higher. Good job, random.
Nice.
This is great. All right, so Sadok, there are 2 cultists coming towards the room that you and Bauer are in.
Oh,
They know you are there.
once again, shooting the closest one.
All right, give her.
God damn.
Will you let me hit something? Damn it!
All right. All right. Closest one goes down. It is a good night for rolls.
Yep.
God damn. God damn. Okay, so you kill both of them. You get off one shot perfectly, going right into one of their eyes, and he drops. And then you turn towards the other, fire, drop him in the heart.
Sorry, buddy. Maybe next time. Pat Bauer on the shoulder.
How unfortunate for them. Um,
How unfortunate for Bauer.
that too. The final one runs toward Diggeroy and Cristona. He's going to attack Diggeroy.
Because I'd probably be standing more or less in front of her anyway.
Sorry?
I'd probably be standing more or less in front of her anyway.
Seems right.
That does hit.
That does not.
No.
Alright. So he swipes at you twice with his dagger. He misses horribly one time, but he catches you on the chest and gets a nice, good gash across you.
He gets a good gash on the frost and a little nick on me. He also takes 5 cold damage.
Ah. So he gets a good gash on your frosty armor. Little nick. Just like a pinprick onto you.
Oh.
And then he recoils as your frosty armor hits him back. Screams a little bit. But he is still standing.
Right. Let's see if we can do something about that.
All right, you're up. That'll hit him. And
Alrighty
that will
then.
down him.
Step out into the room to follow up.
Sorry?
Is he down? He's not down yet, though.
Oh, he's down.
Oh, okay.
You dealt 15 damage total to him. He's down.
Okay.
Stone will just peek around and give a slight shake of the head.
Give another solid listen.
All right, make perception checks all around. I'm going to go refill my water cup real quick while you do that.
Things I'm supposed to be good at.
Were you all doing perception?
Damn, Cristona.
It's one of those nights.
It's one of those for everybody. Yours is just the opposite way of everyone else's, apparently.
Right?
While they're doing that, I want to check the 3 new bodies, see if there's anything we can tell about the cultists or what they're doing here.
The one that hit Diggeroy, his dagger has fused to his is frozen to his hand. And if you want to take it from him, some of his skin comes with it.
It can stay there.
All right. Besides that, no, nothing on them. Same as before. Few daggers. 5 silver total between them, but not much on them.
Well, I guess
Nobody
I'll keep
hears
daggers, please.
any new feet from upstairs in response to these guys' death screams.
Are there any markings in here anywhere of something that seems out of place for like any kind of cult markings or anything like that?
Nothing surface level weird.
Like, what kind of room are we in?
You're basically in a common room. There's a few chairs scattered about. There's a couple of tables. There is what looks to be a carved game board at one of them, and a deck of cards. You're in a common area.
Yeah.
There are stairs towards the back of the barracks. There are a few more rooms on this floor besides the ones that you guys took cover in. And presumably there are some rooms upstairs as well.
Quick peek my head into the other rooms, make sure there's nothing immediately interesting there.
Nothing immediately interesting in the ones on this floor now.
Clear the building before we search.
Have clothes in them.
See,
But no more people. Sorry?
You said clothes?
Yes.
Just like
Similar tunic pants, similar to what the guys you killed were wearing. Looks like a couple changes of clothes.
yeah. Head upstairs.
Yeah, let's make sure there's nobody left before we start digging through.
All right. So, head upstairs. There are a total of 6 rooms upstairs that are accessible. You can take a peek through all of them. For the most part, they contain more same changes of clothes for the cultists. Beds, a desk. One of them has a couple of magical texts sitting on his desk.
Take a quick glance at those. Are they just ordinary magical texts, or are they related to the cult?
The top level one, there are 2. The one is a treatise on the animate object spell, and the other one is a high level overview of clockwork automata in Aventine.
Probably worth something.
At least by the wizard, probably.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can definitely take them. The cultists aren't going to fight you for them.
Not anymore.
Poke, poke.
Correct.
Okay. I think one of us should be on watch while the rest of us search, though.
Be on watch.
Okay. Start searching, opening drawers, footlockers, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You find, a few more silver pieces and stuff, some more pairs of clothes if you want to take those.
Yeah, I'll take the money.
Okay. So total from these guys, you probably get around 20 silver. Total from these guys, you probably get around 20 silver.
Spread that around.
Yeah, so 5 apiece.
Woohoo. Hey, it's money. Okay. But nobody has the complete and strategic plan of the entire cult in
No,
his desk drawer.
it is not convenient. That's true. No.
There's at least 3 more pieces of the
Oh,
scavenger
shit.
quest for this.
Yes, at least. How dare they not make random adventurers' lives easy for them? Am I right?
No, right? I think they'd be less likely to get decapitated if that were the case.
All right. You want to keep. There's not much left in the barracks for you guys to spot. There is a single other locked door on the bottom floor, though. None of the cultist rooms thus far have been locked.
Well, that's very interesting.
Also, as a note, as they're going past through the bodies, Christona just kind of puffs, shrugs her shoulders a bit, and a little bit of this dust type stuff comes off the thing that looks like a hat on her head, and just kind of falls over the bodies as they go.
The fun cat.
Yep. She's
All right.
just sitting
Do
down
any
some
of them
spores
have a
on.
key on them?
Hmm?
Sorry?
Do any of the dead bodies have a key on them?
Yes, one of them would. Somebody has to be able to open this for them.
Try this the easy way then.
Yeah. The key you find opens the door.
Right.
All right. You step inside. It is an armory.
Ooh.
There are long and short rapiers, a few suits of chain and leather armor around as well. Basically, weapons and armor for the cultists that live here.
Any cloaks or anything like that, or it's just regular clothes?
Probably a few cloaks lying around.
Point at the cloaks.
They're not insigniaed or anything. They're just generic brown, green, black cloaks.
Just figure some of us might benefit from covering up vestments or a hat.
Right.
But at the same time, being sneaky and ambushing hasn't really done anything so far, so might as well just go through.
Fucking Gibbert, right?
I mean, it killed 5 cultists.
It did. You are correct.
The
should-
sneakiness
It
didn't really
didn't.
help with that.
Yeah, the ambush didn't really do anything for that.
Fair. Yeah, I think we can just continue on.
All right.
I'm not inclined to take any of their weapons, so.
Sorry?
Actually, no. Do they have a crossbow?
Yeah, probably.
I'll grab that and some bolts.
Some cultists do, in fact, recognize the value of ranged weaponry. Just not these ones, apparently.
God, my brain is really
Alright.
blanking. Are we just trying to clear this place out, or are we looking for something specific?
The professor was basically knows that there's something magical here. He wants you guys to go through, find out what it might be.
Okay, so magic items. Got it.
We're looking for magic stuff.
Then
Stuff
we'll
to
find that
that.
the true magic was friendship all along.
Yeah, you should try going back to the professor and telling him, yeah, we found magic. The friendship between us.
Real
Sure,
treasure
that-
was the friendships we made along the way. So we're paying you in friendship.
I'm sure that would work out great.
You never know until you try.
You're not wrong.
Thanks for reminding me. I'll make sure to have prepared detect magic on.
All right. So remaining, there is the keep. There is what looks like a tinker's workshop off in the corner. There is a chapel and what looks to be a farmhouse type deal. Most of the field around it has turned to gravel and rock, but small farmhouse looking place.
Well, the house is the next closest, right?
It is. You are correct.
Unless we want to check the walls.
There are some lovely towers there with ballista and trebuchet.
Any evidence of people actually manning the walls?
Define evidence.
Well, people would be the most obvious.
Light sources. Well, I mean, I guess it is morning, so.
Make a perception check. No, you see nothing on the walls. Nothing that indicate that they are manned.
It looks like there's only 6 people using the barracks, or 5.
There were some other beds and clothes on the bottom floor, so probably some more than that.
But only like a few more.
Yeah.
Probably don't have enough people to man the walls then. I guess check the farmhouse next.
All right. So ground floor on the farmhouse. It opens up into another common living area. There are 3 doors off of it. 2 of them, I'll spare you the trouble, open up into large single bedrooms. There's a bit more luxury here. You find probably 10 gold pieces each in them. The third opens to what looks to be a cellar door.
Said 10 gold each.
In each room.
Okay.
So 20 gold total.
So again, 5 per person.
Okay. I guess listen at the cellar door. Be awkward.
You hear nothing at the cellar door.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out before we go though. So open that up.
The cellar is full of fresh food. So wheat, a bunch of vegetables, some bread, a few scattered pastries even. A fresh perishable food.
Pastries?
People like their pastries. I can empathize. If I were on a cult in an island in the middle of nowhere with a lock that no one's supposed to be able to open.
Like, those cultists really need their Danishes.
Fuck yes. Some Danishes, some chausson pomme.
How else are you supposed to get through your morning?
Yeah, God. Just because you're a cultist doesn't mean you're a morning person. Some horrors are too great even for them.
I mean, I assume most cultists are morning people, considering a lot of the rituals are just like dead of night shit. Like, we've been doing this dark summoning until like 5 a.m. I'm getting some sleep.
Yeah, just once I'd like to see a doomsday ritual happen at noon.
Nah.
Aside from, give it a good search around, because if you're gonna hide something, the cellar is not a bad place.
Make an investigation check. You find what looks to be somebody's stash of secret pastries behind a barrel. So you find a few more good pastries.
Alright. Sounds like this is clear. Next building is the church.
Indeed.
Are there any markings on the church to denote who it's for?
None external.
Okay.
You approach the church. It looks much as it's shown on the map. Large gray stone building, few windows, lovely bell tower on the front of it.
Shall we try the front door, or do you want to try going through some more windows?
Try the front door first.
The front door. Are you just gonna go straight for it?
Yes.
All right. So the door opens as you guys as you attempt to open it. So you head into the chapel. It appears to be something of a multi-faith, multi-god place. So you see the symbols of several different gods. Just casually recognize Valkur, Tempest, sorry, not Tempest. Torm, Tyr, Ilmater. The whole it's a multi-faith chapel. Such things are not totally uncommon in Yualia. At the front, there are a pair of statues of Atula and Gamir, but they are covered by a pair of banners, each one bearing a specific seal.
It's a Gundam. Wait.
Do any of us recognize it?
Roll religion.
So I get advantage on intelligence checks to recall information about humanoids. Does this count?
I'm gonna say no.
Fair enough. Oh, that is terrible.
Nobody recognizes it.
They obviously worship birds.
Of course.
I was going to say fallen angels, if I had to guess.
Am I at least correct in assuming this is the cult?
It's not an unreasonable assumption.
Tear down the banners.
All right. You tear them down. They're lightly pegged into the statues, but you can pull those out, no problem. You tear them down and release the statues.
Just trying to bow her, just like, he really does not like birds.
Can you blame him?
Birds are the fucking worst, except for ducks. Ducks are fucking chill.
There's just like a pause to think about that and think about that. Suppose so.
Definitely a crazy cult, though. At least crazy in the sense of abnormal.
I mean, we haven't really seen them do anything too crazy yet, other than hole themselves up in a creepy abandoned castle.
They did do that, though. That's
They
not
attacked us. That was apparently crazy.
Certainly stupid of them. Now it's more they're going against the fundamental gods.
So it would seem. In any event, there doesn't seem to be anything important here to our investigation.
No. Just have to remember that banner.
It's
Yeah.
gonna stay in your handouts. So
Not plot important at all.
of course not.
Yeah. So
Why
I'm
would I
gonna
try
just,
and set up something plot important in the first session? That sounds stupid.
Just gonna find a lot of different cult banners, and it's gonna like spell out something.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. What?
that would be great.
That is a great idea, though. I'ma steal it.
I mean, you could still do it. Because I feel like you would want to get like the full set of letters out first, and then reveal it's like some sort of cipher. Probably just like a simple rotation cipher.
The big bad was here. WUZ.
I mean, otherwise, if you just let them collect the letters, they're gonna figure it out by like the like 5th or 6th letter.
That's true.
Found a secret message in my Cheerios.
Yeah. Anyway,
What was it?
stop by the area for a Tyr, Torm, and Elmater on the way out and give a short prayer.
Okay. You bend briefly in prayer. And you raise back up, feeling slightly refreshed. Regain 1 hit point.
Ooh.
That count as a short rest?
No. No, it does not.
Does taking a knee count as a short rest?
You said a short prayer. That does not mean a short rest.
You need at least the length of the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, so I'm almost thinking we should skip the keep for a second and check out the house first.
Yeah. I agree.
Sounds good to me.
And is that a graveyard between the church and the keep?
It is, yes.
Dun-dun-dun.
Figure we can walk by that and see if there's anything
Okay.
apparent there.
So, the graveyard is basically only what's shown there. About 14 stones. Each one of them is labeled, here lies Lord Visharad, the something, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, keeper of this castle and its island. And then for each of them, it lists their children, their spouse, and when they died.
How recent is the most recent one?
Not recent. It's in a different calendar system, it looks like, than what you currently use. The current calendar system is 1500. What's the current year? 1499, I think. So 1500 years or so.
Does the cemetery look undisturbed?
Yes, to casual inspection.
Okay. Best let the dead stay where they are. No need to disturb them.
Nobody's dug up the grave. Obviously, dug up the graves. Nothing has risen out of them. Obviously.
Which means nothing here for us, other than a bit of information as to just how old this island is.
Unless you want to fucking dig them up and, I don't know, try and steal their gold teeth or something.
I'm not that hard up for cash.
True enough. All right. Let's say you want to go to the final house.
Would before we do that, all of the gods that we saw like statues and emblems for in the church, would they have been around and like commonly worshipped 1500 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. Exact history of when the gods all showed up to Yualia is a bit fuzzy, but yeah, they all would have been around 1500 years ago.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's go to the house.
All right. So you head over to the house. There is a large chimney sticking out of it. There are some craftsman's tools lying out on the porch. The door is slightly ajar entering into it. And there is a large pile of scrap metal around the side of it.
I see or hear anyone around.
Perception checks all around. Nobody immediately. Yeah, everybody did good this time around. Nobody here. Not that you can see or hear.
Okay. Go into the building.
All right. So, within the building, part of it looks as if it's dedicated to a blacksmith's forge, the area that had the large chimney. So there's an anvil, a furnace, several other blacksmithing implements, several ingots of metal, a barrel for tempering. Sorry, a barrel of water for tempering, and other such necessary tools. The other looks as if it's an arcanist rune etcher's place. There's a lot of engraving tools, a few magical materials as well, and several sketches of runes pinned above the workbench.
I don't suppose any of us can make heads or tails of the runes.
Make Arcana checks.
Uh, say a quick prayer for guidance first.
All right. Okay. Sadok, you think you've seen something like them before? Something in some fragment of divine guidance nudges you to realize that they're similar to what you see engraved on the outside of Aventinian automata. Sorry.
I'll go ahead and mention this to people, and then go look back at the blacksmithing side of things. Can we tell what they were making?
There's a lot of molds scattered around. So if you take a look at those, some of them are for small gears. Others are for larger, what look like armor pieces.
But like humanoid armor pieces or construct armor pieces? I'm assuming the construct.
Is there really a difference?
I mean, I'm assuming a lot of constructs wouldn't be quite humanoid themselves, or at least
Yes.
their armor pieces wouldn't be the same as
They're
like
not
a
like
human.
construct armor is not for armored constructs. They're not drastically different from human armor.
Right, but I mean,
Can't
like
all be Transformers.
a construct's like armor would be like their actual body, whereas human armor is meant to be worn. So I feel like it
Right.
would lead to somewhat different designs. I have proficiency in
familiar.
smith tools, if that matters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and make me in check with proficiency then.
Okay.
Question, is there time while we're here also to ritual cast a detect magic?
Okay, go for it. Smithing tools.
Yeah, I'll do guidance on this again, and
Okay.
just using investigation because it has the right bonuses.
Okay. Yeah, there. You've seen some. You've seen and even made some construct armor in your day. So you understand the differences between it and proper human armor. And this is definitely construct armor.
Well, and I'm assuming this is all like recently used.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah.
This has been recently used. Yes.
Looks like our cultists are making some sort of constructs.
Constructs can be pretty useful.
Indeed, they can. Indeed, they can. So for detect magic, you do detect little bits of abjuration from the runes that are on. Excuse me. That are on the runemonger's side of the workshop. You also spot you spot some illusion magic coming from one of the walls.
You should poke the wall.
You pass through the wall.
Right.
So once you poke the wall, you realize that there is actually a big tunnel cut into the side of this workshop that's just covered with an illusion of the wall.
Huh.
It leads back into the back down and into the cliffs behind the castle.
In surprise, run after, like, towards the wall. Are you okay?
Interesting.
Did you just ask the wall if it was okay?
Just kind of like through the one who walked through it. Like, are
I don't think you walked.
stuck?
You didn't walk through it, did you, Diggeroy?
No.
Oh,
I just poke my sword through, and then once you know it's an illusion, you can see through them, right?
oh, right.
Those are most of the minor ones.
Gotcha. Okay, then never mind.
But you know, for a second, I was just kind of staring at a blank wall, like really intrigued by it.
Wow, this wall, it's the best.
Well, I guess now we have two places to investigate. Thinking we might want to check out the keep first, though. There's no telling how far this tunnel goes.
That makes sense.
Alrighty. So now, armed with the knowledge that there's some sort of tunnel going back through here, you head to the keep. Keep is another large stone building, reaches up probably 4 stories. There would normally be a large portcullis type gate that goes down over the entrance, but it seems as if it's raised right now.
Convenient.
Sorry.
Approach cautiously.
All right. Should I take cautiously to mean stealthily or just watching?
Well, we're walking across an open yard, so
True.
as stealthily as that allows for, but more watching.
All right. Perception checks all around, then again, I guess. All right. Everybody thinks that they see a guard in one of the windows. Digoroy, you're the only one who rolls high enough to realize that it's a fucking scarecrow. It's propped up in one of the windows on the 3rd floor.
Who does that?
People who don't have a lot of guards.
I mean, if someone's already in here.
I mean, if we were like storming the place and didn't have time to really look, then we would think that they had coverage from there. Maybe, I don't know. Point is, it's a scarecrow.
No visible guards.
Why are they using a scary crow? They like birds.
I honestly don't know how to respond to that.
I'm not sure there is a response. If anyone would like to take a crack, though, feel free.
They may like birds, but other people don't.
Ah. That makes sense.
All right. So, detect magic lasts for 10 minutes? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, first floor of the keep, basic eating quarters, a few rooms off to the side for storage, and a set of stairs to upstairs. So again, storage rooms, you find fresh food, a few more pastries here, even than you found in the farmhouse cellar, and even some fruit. Who gets fruit out here? The common room has some more food, some proper dice, some nice engraved dice, and a few decks of cards.
are very well kept.
Yes, you notice a distinct lack of dust or debris or dirt in any of these places, by the way.
Well, they're clean cultists.
They are. No sense if you have to live isolated for months at a time, or live isolated in general, why be dirty about it?
They are not one with the land.
No.
Suppose not. All right. And the door was open, closed, or forget?
Yeah. Doors, all the doors in here are open unless I note otherwise.
Okay. Keep an ear open, start poking around, looking for
Okay.
anything interesting.
Okay. So, as you continue up through the tower, the second and third floors are a few large bedrooms, but they're primarily places for guards to be. They have arrows and bows stationed by the arrow slits and by the windows. The fourth floor, however, is a single large room with a couple of single large living room without words are hard. Single large room in which somebody lives, with a couple of small guard posts around it.
It's going to be an important person room.
So I should probably also describe the room going with it. That might be helpful. So within the room, there is a single very large bed. There are a few other creature comforts within it. There are some very poofy, overstuffed chairs sitting around a table. There is and writing implements. There's a dresser full of actual proper clothes. Yeah, all the creature comforts you can hope for in a secret island base.
Search the dresser a little more carefully.
Okay. The dresser?
To start, and then the whole room.
Okay. Make an investigation check to rummage through his drawers.
Oh my.
Is that pun intended or no?
Definitely intended. You literally rummage through his drawers.
Oh my.
He has a couple that are probably not flattering to anybody who actually sees him in them, but well, it's clothes. You find clothes.
And nothing magical in here so far.
There is something magical on his desk.
Okay, as long as it's not in the drawers.
No, it's not in. He does not have any magical underwear. Oh my god.
Check over on the desk what it is.
It is a dagger.
Say what kind of magic?
Give me 2 seconds. Conjuration.
So call people over to the magic on it.
It's magical. It's got conjuration magic on it. You can try and identify it just via raw arcana if you want.
This can only end poorly, but...
Eh,
my first guess would be like adding poison to it or something.
for conjuration magic?
Is that not? Oh shit! Sorry, I was thinking of transmutation for a second. Or I guess like conjuring poison onto it.
How about that Arcana roll?
Yeah, okay, that'll do it.
How about dem pastries?
Them fucking pastry. Give me 2 seconds just to verify I have the right name for it. But basically, it is a dagger. Blink dagger. That's the name of it. So it is a dagger. It doesn't enhance your attacks or anything, but if you throw it, you can use a bonus action to expend a charge and instantly teleport to the dagger's location and grab hold of it.
Huh.
It has 5 charges, and it regains all expended charges daily at dawn.
That's a seriously cool item. I kind of want it.
I'm fine passing on it.
Yeah, I have no need for it.
Doesn't require attunement either.
It is metal.
Okay then.
All right, Diggeroy takes the blink dagger. Diggeroy takes the blink dagger. All right.
I got it.
Noted. Y'all want to investigate anything else?
Paperwork along with the desk.
Sorry?
Any paperwork or anything on the desk along with the dagger?
Yes, there is quite a bit of paper on the desk.
TPS reports.
Roll me an
Do they have
investigation.
cover pages?
Anybody who wants to take a look through it, roll me an investigation check real quick. Damn, Bauer.
It's like my only good roll of the night,
Woo!
and I'll take it.
Yeah, works out well. So Diggeroy, you find mostly logistics reports for bringing all this food onto the island without anybody seeing it. A couple of mentions about an illusion in the cliff somewhere. Bauer, you find a couple of more specific mentions of this illusion. Apparently, there is a hidden port somewhere in the cliff, outside the cliffs on the island, that's just covered up with a giant illusion. You also find a letter You also find a letter stating the right hand finally knows what the left is doing. Pack all our stuff up as soon as you can and move to Scale.
Damn it, it's Abe again!
And it's signed T. Right and left hand are both capitalized as well in the letter.
Right. Those have got to be code names. Let's see if we can find this hidden port. That seems very interesting.
Sorry, I think I missed part of the letter. Could you repeat it?
The right hand finally knows what the left is doing. Pack up and move to the island of Scalum as soon as you can.
Well,
That's the name of... Wait, is that another island?
Yes.
Is it an island we recognize the name of?
Probably. Scalum is. You guys are working for. Scalum used to be a colony of the republic that you guys are privateers for. Roll history, actually, to see how much you guys remember about exactly what happened. Damn, Diggeroy. All right. So Scalum was Regilium's first attempt to make a colony outside of its own. It's actually the island next door to them. I'll drop you guys back on the map real quick so I can ping it and show you what I mean. So it's the island literally next door to Regilium. It did fine for a couple decades, but eventually a priesthood of Umberly moved in, and the Stormblades and Warriors Rest took exception to that. Came in, wiped out the Temple of Umberly that was there, without realizing that the priests of Umberly had rigged up some magic so that if they died, so did all of Scale. And after the last priest was killed, tidal wave basically swallowed the town and most of the island. No one lives there anymore.
It sounds like the sort of curse I would have studied.
Yeah. It was a pretty nasty time. And the Stormblade, you are rather interested in the Stormblades as well.
Why would they move there?
By the Stormblades or the original people?
pointing to the letter.
It's probably abandoned.
Yeah.
Definitely abandoned.
If they think they have a way around the curse. Or if they think the curse is spent.
Coming here.
They do not have a way around crossbow bolts.
No, they do not.
To be fair, his crossbow bolts are really fast and accurate.
He's
Like
done
pondering that ponder. No offense.
Right. Well, looks like that's about all we can figure out here. I'd really like to know more about what the cult's doing, other than just building constructs.
an interesting question.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Are there any more rooms of the keep, or is this?
There are a few more bedrooms down below. You can search through them as well if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just
Might as well.
take a quick look through them to.
All right. You find a few more gold pieces, say 10 gold total. Looking through them, they're all nicer rooms here as well, nicer than what you saw in the farmhouse or the barracks. And you find some higher level magical texts about automata, and a couple about roll arcana to see if you can figure out what the fuck they're trying to get at.
Nope. I assume you're taking all the texts, Diggeroy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some jargon about aligning some sort of matrices in a arcano-neuro matrix.
How many more? 2 of unknown topics?
Yeah, 2 unknown topics.
Okay.
Sounds like more construct bullshit.
Good. Whatever. When we get back, we'll give it to the scholars and
Have them figure it out.
Fair enough.
Sorry, what was that?
She's asking one of them what a construct is.
you know more about them than I do.
It's a machine, something made of metal and other substances built together to resemble a person or an animal, or well, really anything or any shape that performs the function intended, and animated using magic.
So, a fake being.
More or less.
They are trying to play God?
I don't go that far.
Yeah, and these aren't intended to be thinking things. They're more like dumb muscle.
So, moving weapons.
Some of them.
Or doing some sort of other labor. Or perhaps using weapons. It's hard to say what exactly they're building them for until we can find some examples, or at least some more documentation from the cult.
Give a slight nod at that.
Well, if there's nothing else in the keep, I think it's time to go check out that tunnel.
All right.
Agreed.
All right. So the tunnel appears to lead down into. You exit the keep, head back into the workshop. The tunnel, after you all disbelieve it, appears to head down and into the cliffs and the mountain. Are you prepared to enter?
Yeah.
Excellent.
How dark are the tunnels?
If Detect Magic went down beforehand, might see about just enough time to recast it.
Okay, sure.
How long did exploring the keep take?
Probably half an hour to an hour in that time range. Why do you ask?
Do we want to extend that to a short rest?
Yeah, at least for people who got hit pretty hard.
I think I'm the only one who really got hit, and I'm fine just continuing on.
I get my spell slot back. That's why I'm.
Also, I have placed my token at the bottom of the map there, but I can't see it.
Yeah.
Do you have the map on the token layer?
Fuck.
Da-da-dan!
I still can't see myself.
No, it's
spooked.
no, it's definitely on the map.
Huh.
Okay, that's new and wholly unpleasant.
Yeah, I can't see my token either.
Nope.
I can highlight it.
Yeah, like I can see it when I start trying to drag it.
Can you see it now?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. Something weird. I was trying out the advanced fog of war settings, and I guess there's something fucking weird going on with tokens.
I wonder if the tokens need sight.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's worth playing around with later.
Yeah. Only reason I was using it is because it shows a grid through fog of war, apparently. But
Yeah. It will definitely be closer to the back.
all right. Yeah, what's your marching order, guys?
Unless we're sneaking, I'll probably be out front.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
Dope.
I guess, Diggeroy, you want to take the back in case anything sneaks up on us?
Okay.
You guys did short rest?
Yes.
Or okay.
I guess I'll
Okay,
spend a hit
okay.
die then. Heal
Go
up a
for it.
little bit. That didn't help as much as I'd like.
It's something.
It's like half of what I was missing.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Alright, we got Bauer in front. We got Digaroy, Cristona. Sorry, Cristona in the second. Fuck, did I just say we have Digaroy in the front? We have Bauer in front, Cristona, then Sadok, then Digaroy. Yes?
Yep.
Dope. All right. So, you find your way at a fork. What do? Left or right? I'm going to assume that means right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure.
we're calling Bauer.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, cool.
Are there any tracks of like people who've moved through here recently?
It is stone floors in here, stone walls. There are torches, though. So
Like
it is
carved
properly
work stone?
I was curious whether there was any like dust in footprints or something like that.
Not all of it is carved work stone. The tunnel that you entered through is, but this one to the right looks more burrowed.
The one to the left, did that also look burrowed?
No, that's work stone.
Okay.
Does it look
Our said
freshly
torch is
brewed?
lit.
Sorry, there were two questions at the same time there.
Does it look freshly brewed, and are the torches lit?
The torches are lit. It is not freshly burrowed.
Okay. The torches are lit in both directions, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
This
They
is
regular
lit.
torches?
Yeah. They're just torches.
Like everybody, so they're fairly recently that someone was down here lighting torches at least. Just saying.
You make a reasonable point. All right, continuing forward in the burrowed tunnels.
Yep.
Bauer
Yes.
and Cristona as well, I guess. As you're moving forward, you hear a click underfoot. You have 5 seconds to tell me what you want to do. 1,
Jump back.
2,
Quickly.
jump back. Time's up. You jump back just as a chain flail drops from the ceiling towards the both of you. You chose to jump back, Bauer, so it will have advantage on. It will have disadvantage. Does a 19 hit you, Cristona?
Yes.
All right. Bauer, I assume a 9 does not hit you.
Correct.
All right, Cristona, you take 6 damage as it hits you. It does not rise back up into the ceiling after it hits you, though. It has been well and truly triggered.
Well, if there's traps this way, that means we must be going the right way.
At the very least, there's something at the other end that they don't want us to see. I want to see that.
A reasonable enough statement.
I feel like the moment it hits a little bit off like the edge of the hat thing, like just a bunch of like dust particle type stuff. Kind of frown and lightly pet at the top of the fungi hat.
Not the fung hat.
Like flail in some of the areas just covered in like dusty spore.
Same procedure going forward, guys.
Sorry I'm slow. I made a thing where I could just hit a button and unmute myself and it keeps not unmuting. Takes me a second to realize that.
That's fun. All right, you're continuing forward as before.
This time maybe keeping an eye out for traps. Who knows?
Yeah, what a novel idea. All right, Bauer apparently doesn't want to.
But it's not with your face; it's with my face.
Bauer's in front. All right. Fair enough. All right, Bauer, you're scouting for traps with your face.
Correct.
You come across another one that you step right on.
This is called Darwin's Law.
Make a wisdom save, my dude. Oh, dope. You feel something try to shake you and make you unfocused, let's say. But you manage to shake it off, no problem. You resist the mild curse. Left or right?
Are they both burrows?
The left comes to what appears to be a dead end. When it comes to a dead end in stone, the north one is still a burrow. Yes.
I mean, might as well check out the dead end first and confirm it's in
Indeed.
fact a dead end.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a very long way to the stone end. It's there. Do you want to do anything here?
Touch it.
You want to touch it?
But yeah, I want to touch the wall and make sure it's not another illusion.
Kristona could tell you because she still has detect magic up.
Yep. It is
We
not
should probably
really-
have detected that trap, maybe.
Probably, if I remembered it. But I did not.
Bauer waited for you.
Sorry?
I said, or if Bauer waited for
That's
you.
also true.
Or tried to look.
Or she just like sat like, wait, no, don't. Or more like, I see something that looks like boom.
All right. So you're just gonna continue onwards.
I mean, we could go back, but
All right.
I prefer forward.
Okay. Make an investigation check when you're poking at the wall.
Always forward, never learning.
All right. What you're poking at the wall, I can only assume accidentally, find a little switch in it. It is a secret door.
Secret
Flip the
tunnel! Secret tunnel! Through the harbor mountain cliffside.
It opens up into a lovely, nice room that unfortunately has some horrible-looking monsters in it.
Does it mean you're gonna close it? Can you pull the thing again?
Yeah, can I?
They're horribly misshapen. 1 second. You pushed a button. You did not pull anything.
Can I
Push it
push the
again.
button again?
You can try.
I would like to try.
Just opens like several more doors to several more monsters.
It does not appear to reclose the door now.
Well,
Roll initiative.
Oh boy.
this is the only initiative I can roll tonight,
Oh my
apparently.
god!
Damn.
All right, since it'll be a while for my turn, I need to reboot my router, and I'll be right back.
All right. The trend of enemies rolling good initiative continues, I guess. So one of these buggers is noticeably bigger than the others. But they roll a 19. Sadok, you are going before them, so go ahead.
All right. I mean, I'll get in front of Bauer through the doorway. I guess I'll go for the big one with both shots.
Okay, both of those will hit him.
And then back up.
Excellent, excellent. So you shoot two hand crossbow bolts at the big guy. He is very unhappy, screeches loudly at you. And it's his turn, actually. Oh, no. I did something and his health became nan.
Oh dear.
I assume Rich just reset his router.
Seems like it.
These things have 30 feet of they have 30 feet of move speed. They can get up to here. All right. So the big one is going to come up and he's going to attempt to He's going to attempt to attack Rich. And I believe a 19 hits him. That you?
Yeah, I'm back.
Awesome. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Excellent. The big guy's trying to hit you. And he succeeded for 9 whole damage. Damn. Darn.
No, you.
You're level 2.
Yeah.
You don't have superiority dice at level 2, do you?
There was a reason for this.
Did you take that feat?
Yes, because
Okay.
I took all team, and so I had 1 feat, and that's the feat I took.
Right. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. All right. So you do not take 9 damage. Then you manage to parry his claw just as it's coming in and narrowly dodge his deadly swipe. The other 2 are going to come up though and start throwing spines at you. Okay, so the 18 hits and the crit definitely does.
Yes.
So that is 13 damage total from them throwing spines at you. There we go. Okay. That is the end of their turn, though. Diggeroy, you're up.
Okay. Important question.
Uh-huh.
Are those 2 next to each other?
They are diagonally next to each other, yes.
Okay, then. I'm going to step up so I'm next to Bauer.
Okay.
And miss. Ah.
Yeah, an 8 will not hit them, unfortunately.
Take that, you fiend.
It was a good effort. You tried. But no, an 8 will not hit, especially not the adult one.
Right.
Yes.
That's it.
All right, cool. Christona, what are you doing?
Okay, so, well, this shit happening. I think we might need a little help here. So, she is gonna cast Fairy Fire out here where it will hit all of them.
Okay. Fairy Fire is Dex save. They all have the same Dex save. I like it. What's the DC to save?
13. Damn.
Okay, so you get one of them. I'm gonna say it's the middle one. He's Fairy Fired. What color is your Fairy Fire?
It will be probably the, sort of like neonish green that's kind of slightly visible underneath the white part of her skin of her face. It's the bioluminescent.
Green it is.
Yep.
I have a limited number of colors to tag these with.
Yep.
All right.
Neon green.
So yeah, 2 of them managed to dodge fairy fire, but the third is outlined in neon green. All right, Bauer. So you got a cool 6 damage onto him. He's looking pretty rough, but he still yet stands. And he is going to try and make another pair of attacks at Rich.
Who's Rich?
Fuck, I think that's the second time. He's going to make a pair of attacks at Bauer. I do this at the start of every campaign. Doesn't make it okay. I know, but all right. Well, Chrome just opened my downloads page instead of typing. Thanks, Chrome.
You totally wanted to download something.
Not even like downloading something, just like the page that stores all your past downloads.
You totally wanted to re-download something.
Yeah, totally. That's definitely what I wanted. Fucking Christ. All right. So he grabs you with one of them, and hits you for a whopping 6 damage. I can see your health bar when you do that, you know.
Yeah, no, the 9 key stuck for a second.
Got real big for a second.
Yeah, and suddenly it was 99 hit points out of 20.
Oh, how nice that would be. So many temp hit points. Actually, they only get 1 spine each. So one of those is going at Diggeroy, and the other one is going at Rich. I don't think it matters which one goes to who. Fuck! One of those is going at Power, one of them's going at Diggeroy. It's only you, too. Every fucking time. I got everybody else's names.
It's probably just because they're always a simple name.
Yeah, that might actually be it. Not gonna forget Diggeroy. Yeah, so one at Diggeroy, one at Bauer. I believe those both hit regardless of who they go at, so.
No. But 17 would miss me if that went at me.
Oh, that one's not an attack.
Oh,
I rolled too many attacks by accident.
then yes.
All right, so one of you takes 4 and one of you takes 5. Diggeroy take 4, fuck! Bauer take 5.
How is Bauer looking?
Very low.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say, because I have a thing I should probably do, because so I can take care of that if you want to do something different.
Okay. I've healed.
Great. Diggeroy, it is your turn.
So instead,
The adult does look pretty rough if you want to hit him.
I'm going to do that. Targeting the adult.
Okay.
And then try this again.
So a 14 still does not hit him.
Crap.
Yep. I mean, Hexblade's curse lasts for more than one round, though.
Yeah, it's a minute.
A minute?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah, that sounds right. So you'll have another chance.
Yeah. That is a bonus action and an action, and I'm... Yeah.
All right, cool. Cristona, what's up?
Alright, so she will bonus action healing word on Bauer. Start with that. So enjoy. And as an action, she is going to awaken those spores and use symbiotic entity, taking a wild shape.
All right. Cool. What does that look like?
So I figured like a sort of puff of the spores come off of the hat as sort of like a halo, and it gets that sort of neon green glow to it, and then it kind of shifts downward and kind of wraps around her staff as she holds it in a attack position.
Nice. All right. Right, and that's your action. Yes?
Yeah, it's a full action.
Okay. So you are now a symbiotic entity. Bauer is healed. Bauer, it is your turn.
I'm going to give it a dirty look.
You give it a dirty look that's almost does more damage than your longsword attack did.
Almost.
It almost does as much damage as your longsword. You missed with your longsword, though, so. Sadok, you're up.
Alright, so you said the big one's looking pretty rough.
He's looking very rough, yes.
Well, let's see if we can finish him.
Yep.
Nice.
That'll do it. He's dead.
Yep.
You put a crossbow bolt right into him, right into his head,
Yep.
and he drops.
I'll move forward and try to hit the fairy fired one, which is advantage, right?
It is. That is what Fairy Fire does. Okay. The Fairy Fired one takes your bolt. These are just the babies of the species. It screeches in pain, but it is still up. It looks pretty bad though.
Yeah. That'll be it for me.
All right. It is their turn. The one that you fairy fired is going to throw at you, Diggeroy, or fuck, not Diggeroy. Fuck. I had so many conflicting party members in that sentence. The one that was fairy fired is going to try and throw at Sadok. You'll have half cover though because there's 2 people in front of you. He rolls a 1. So totally off in the space. The other one is going to try and throw at Diggeroy. And it's going to fail miserably as well.
Okay.
Good job. Good job, little ones. All right, Diggeroy, you're up.
Okay. About to here. Try this again. Oh, I'm supposed to have advantage on that.
You are.
That's much better.
Yep, that'll hit.
So 10 and 3.
All right. So the 10 annihilates this one. The 3 hits the other one. It's still up. Doesn't look super great, but it's not bleeding much yet.
And then move up so that I'm adjacent.
All right. Cristona, you're up.
Jonah is gonna slip past Bauer real quick, just basically run up and over the dead body of this thing, up to this, and just like jump at it, cast Shillelagh, and try to whack it with like a burst of like spore dust around it.
Give it a good whack with your whacking stick.
Whacking stick. Oops, that was just supposed to. Wrong thing. But that is an extra 3 necrotic damage.
Cool. That will actually drop it.
It also didn't add my, yeah, that was supposed to be 6
Didn't
plus
add
3.
wisdom to damage.
Yeah, it didn't. That's really weird. I'll fix that. But yay.
Alright, cool. They did!
Yay.
Alright.
Da.
So, yeah, this room looks to be a burrow for these creepy looking creatures. There's a few more tunnels off it. I will reveal. All right. So, everyone make perception checks for me. Oh boy. All right. Cristona, Bauer, and Diggeroy, you all hear footsteps coming from the West Passage. Bauer and Diggeroy, you hear, yes, from that one. Bauer and Diggeroy, you both hear some conversation happening. Something along the lines of, I heard something this way. You think it's more cult people? And another voice replying, I don't know, but we should probably look out for more of them anyways. They're not super close. You've got a bit of time to decide what you want to do. But they are coming there. They are coming your way.
Still want to be in a position that if they are hostile, we're, around the door.
Yeah. Kristona will mostly just kind of be there and prepare an attack if they seem hostile. If they do anything hostile.
Okay. Okay. So you're formed up around the door in a group of, the door opens slowly. A half-elf pokes his head around it. Are you all making any attempt to hide around there?
I mean, Kristona's still in symbiotic form, so she's kind of got the glow. Kind of hard to do that.
I'm probably kind of hiding.
All right. Make a stealth check for me real quick then. Sadok, you don't look like you're hiding.
I also don't look like I'm hiding.
Possibly less.
Yeah, you're, you ever watch One Piece?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So there's a character in One Piece that does this thing where when he's trying to hide, he puts his head behind the wall and the rest of his body outside.
Yep.
And you're doing that. Yeah, the half-elf peeks his head through the door, sees Diggeroy, kind of spots the rest of you. He pokes his head back. There's some weird glowing, and there's one guy with his ass sticking out into the tunnel.
We can hear you.
Are you going to try and fight us if we come out?
That depends on if you're going to fight us.
We're not going to fight you if you don't fight us.
So no fighting then.
As long as you are not with those cultists.
No, they keep trying to kill us. The worst.
Insight check!
Go for it. Kristona's kind of iffy, but she's leaning towards truth. The rest of you are like, yeah, we're pretty sure he's telling the truth.
Cautiously lower her staff back out of the offensive position.
All right. Good.
I'm Digger. Who are you?
Name's Dismas. The rest of my party are just in here. We're gonna come out and chat with you, I guess. Hey guys, I found what looked like some other adventurers. They don't seem like they're gonna kill us or anything. So there's that. Let's wander out and chat with them. And so you have Dismas comes out from behind the door. He's wearing leather armor and a midnight blue cloak. There is a human who comes out from behind him, who's wearing some chainmail and a very fine hat, and has a lot of weapons. There is a female high elf wearing some purplish black robes, and there is what looks to be a dwarf wearing chainmail with a big hammer and shield, and a holy symbol emblazoned on the shield.
Holy symbol of?
Moradin.
Okay.
So they all step out. The human with the very fine hat The human with the very fine hat looks at the group of you. Well, you do look like a group of adventurers, man. I've no way the cultists would be quite as unique as a group of adventurers. I'm Roy Stormcloud. Good to make your acquaintance. How do you do?
We're all right.
You killed those things over there? He points at the bug monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Fine work. Fine stuff. Now, listen, I don't mean to get down to business too quick, but what exactly are y'all down here to do?
We were sent to figure out what the cult was up to.
Your boss knew about the cult then?
Yeah.
Cool. So, doesn't look like we're here for the same thing. We're here just to find ourselves an artifact for our boss. Seems to me, though, cult's fucking with both of us. We can either work together, fight them, or, as Dismas keeps suggesting that we do, can make a bet on who gets there the fastest. I know there's a big ass door down below here. Can't figure out a way to open it though. We're pretty sure our artifact's behind there. Whoever breaks through the door first gets into what's behind it, opens the door, wins whatever's inside there. You game?
One moment. We'll need to discuss this as a team.
Sure.
Before we
Take
do,
your time.
what is the artifact you're looking for?
Well, you see, can't. We're not allowed to talk about it. You know guild rules, Roy. Right. I'm sorry. It's we met with a fellow through Dismas's guild. They're very big on privacy. You understand?
Which guild is this?
Treasure Hunters Guild. He proudly displays the guild insignia to you.
The Treasure Hunters Guild?
Mhm.
Okay.
Out of character, think less treasure hunting, more kind of international thieves guild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There are a shit ton of treasure hunters around, but that's not the primary function of the Treasure Hunters Guild.
And it's a buried Treasure Hunters Guild.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
that's basically what thievery is unburied hunters.
Sure. Go take your time. Take your time. If you take too much time, though, we're just gonna leave you. They leave you to discuss whether or not to take their bet.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think we might have a key to the door.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Follow text.
my bad, guys. Are you telling them this?
No.
Hell no.
Like, I was like, that seems oddly trusting of you. I thought I taught you better than that.
So I wanted to talk to the group first.
yeah, it sounds likely. I'd want to know what the artifact is before we let them take it. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's
Well, isn't the whole point is that we need the artifact, honestly?
yeah,
If I remember correctly, our mission was to figure out what was going on here. And
Basically.
if we know what the artifact is, technically we've completed our mission.
yeah, but more importantly, I mean, if this is an artifact that is in the current possession of a cult, cults are not in the general business of collecting, trinkets or
Yeah, it's not likely to be benign.
unimportant artifacts. Yeah. So who knows who these guys are going to sell it to? But
Like and there's differences too. If it's just a weapon, then whatever. But if it's like world-ending potential,
right. So
what
I
are
think
the
we should take the
terms
bet.
of the bet?
Get there first.
the current terms of the bet is whoever gets there first gets to keep the artifact, which I suppose means that they'll promise not to come after it. But we'll have to specify exactly how long they'll promise not to come after us for.
So yeah, seems like a fine bet.
All right.
So we're doing the bet.
All right. Sounds like you're doing the bet.
I'll turn back to him and say, okay, so the deal is whoever gets in the room first gets to keep the artifact, right?
Yes.
And we're defining keep the artifact as we can take it. You won't prevent us from leaving the island. You won't chase us down and attack us at sea. You'll let us take it to wherever we're going, unmolested by yourselves or anyone else in the guild.
Unmolested? Who do you think we are? Of course we're not going to molest you.
I give him
Yeah,
a flat
right.
look.
Honorable people. Hell, we'll give you a lift off here if you need it.
Insight check.
Go for it. He seems legit.
And of course, we extend the same thing to you. The other thing that I do want to put in is, either way, we want to know what the artifact is. Will you let us at least look at it before you go?
Certainly. We don't know what it does. We just know what it looks like.
All right.
You get in
Sound
there
fair to
before.
everyone?
You get in there before us. We'll show you what it is. Assuming
All right.
we don't die. If we die, you're welcome to all of it. I assume
Obviously.
the same applies if you all die.
Well, if we're dead, we won't be in a position to object to whatever you want to do.
Exactly. But on the off chance you should be a ghost or a revenant or something like that, I've seen some shit. Let me tell you.
I give him a smirk at that.
Christina just cancer head at that.
Anyhow, the Roy takes off his very fine hat, kind of does a fancy bow and extends it towards you. I, Captain Roy Stormwind, do accept. Business? Gethys? Memory? Seems like we should get to work. We got some competition now.
I think the whole hat thing,
Yeah.
Christina will like ponder, press a hand to her top thing, not pull it off, and just kind of tilt her head down in a bow.
I'll give him a crisp salute.
May the best group win. All right. I think that's where we're going to end for tonight, guys.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting.
I really, really wanted to do it.
Go for it, man. Next time, go for it. All right.
No, I had that typed up as soon as you started talking about the bet.
Bauer is a betting man, I take it.
Seemed like a logical risk.
Fair enough.
You're like all bets on, bets on. They start turning away. Christina's like, "What is a bet?"
All right. So yeah, that's session 1, guys.
Good times.
I hope you enjoyed. I sure as shit did. I'm very happy to. This has been building in the world's been building in my head for like years. I'm super happy to finally have a group like actually playing in it.
Didn't you have like 2? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm happy to have a group that will play in it for more than like a session or 2, and actually maybe be interested in what's going on in it beyond whatever I stick in front of their faces.
Like my face just immediately like fell, just like oh no.
Yeah. So good times. Good times.
Solid.
But yeah, questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, anything, guys?
Not at this time.
Just musing over the chicken hawk guy voice. That's gonna be great. He seems cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've done anybody like Southern at all, ever. So
Well, I'll say.
Wasn't too bad.
boy.
I mean, boy, chicken hawk.
All right. I'm gonna change nominations this campaign to keep you guys from just giving it to whoever doesn't have inspiration at the time.
I mean, we don't. None of us have it right now.
Damn it.
Like, I feel like that's not an unreasonable thing to say.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, a lot of times we at least had reasoning behind it.
Yeah, but sometimes it was just like, oh yeah, you used your inspiration this session. So it's just going to be inspiration for the next session. It does not keep going after that.
Oh, that'll encourage us to use it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Use it or lose it, as the kids say.
Fair enough.
Though that does bring me to the topic of nomination for first session.
Have
Bauer, you
everybody
should
at
have done
once.
the thing. I would say Bauer for just walking straight into every single trap with his face.
That's fair.
That's fair. All right. Congratulations, Bauer, on the first nomination of the new campaign.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Oh, I will see you guys all next week then, I suppose.
Yay.
I will be out
Oh.
next week.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I will
Okay.
see you after that.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. Cool.
All right. Have a good week, guys.
You
Yeah,
too.
hit everybody.
Bye.
You too.
Peace out.
Right.